chunks of petrified wood literally everywhere. Sort of feels like I'm on Mars or something. So I work a rotational job in the remote Yukon in the north of Canada, and in my time off I enjoy going on adventures. I heard about this really cool place called the Petrified Forest, so I thought, why not go? I packed everything that I needed and headed off. A week in the desert? What could go wrong? After a long drive and a few plane rides, I landed in Phoenix, Arizona. I had a brief layover and walked around the city, and then got on a very small plane to the remote town of Show Low. Okay guys, it's the middle of the night, but we're here in Show Low now. I'm going to hopefully purchase a bike to get the show on the road and get in the desert, and I'm just so excited to be going on a trip! Okay, middle of the night outside the Ford dealership. I just picked up this bike for some really nice people, $110, should be good for the trip, and got my bag there, and already something pretty crazy has happened. Okay, so this is pretty crazy. So I was walking from the airport to the Ford dealership to buy the bike, and I saw this guy that was limping, and when I got up to him, he was clearly in a whole lot of pain, and he told me that he'd fallen in a hole and like dislocated his hip or something really bad. Anyhow, I grabbed his bag and threw his arm over my shoulder and helped him hobble to the dealership, and then we weren't able to get in contact with any of his family, so we ended up calling an ambulance to take him to the hospital. Yeah, I feel kind of bad because I know ambulance rides and medical in general are so expensive in the United States, but anyhow, that's been my first 24 hours here so far. We've already called an ambulance. Let the adventure begin. For reference, the guy was 25, super chill, and just needed a hand. Good morning. For the first night, I just found a little clump of bushes to set up my tent and sleep beside, so time to get up and continue on adventuring. And with that, I was off into the desert of the Colorado Plateau. We're currently biking through the small town of Concho. Not much going on. You guys have no clue how much I miss this since my last bike trip. I'm just like meeting so many people, like people are waving at me on the road. I just love how friendly people are when you're on a bicycle. Okay, well, I guess I'm not filling up water at the little Colorado River. Who would have guessed? Water's pretty scarce in the desert. The adventure begins. There it is. Petrified Forest National Park. Wow, look at all those chunks of petrified trees. Crazy. Huh, there's all this pinkish red looking rock here. It's very interesting. It's quite soft. You can easily break it apart in your hands. And you can scratch it with your finger pretty easily. I think it might be gypsum. We made it! Entering Petrified Forest National Park. Wow, there is just chunks of petrified wood literally everywhere. The mineralization of the wood is so incredible. The textures are insane. Wow, pretty epic. Okay, so I guess I'll just leave my bike here with one of those good old please don't take my bike signs, and then we'll hike into the mountains and find a good place to sleep. I don't know what we're gonna end up finding, but I want to sleep on top of one of these epic, like, hoodoo thingies. That'd be pretty cool. Oh my gosh, this is just so cool. What in the world? I don't know if these things are like coyote dens or what, but the ground under them is like hollow and yeah, I keep stepping in them. Okay, time to get up there. Okay, we're almost there, getting close. I'm on top of the world! Here's the tent. It's all set up. It was a bit challenging in the wind, but look at this incredible view. Okay, time to walk back down the mountain, get the bike, and keep going. Huh, kind of a cool little sandstone cave here. Doesn't look very safe. Wow, look at this beautiful gypsum that I found. Oh man, the petrified trees are sharp. Oops. Wow, middle of nowhere. Sure is pretty epic. Wow, so beautiful. Okay, well, it started to rain outside, but I found this nice little shelter here. Probably not the most stable, but it'll do for, 10 minutes. There goes the rainstorm. Okay, we gotta take a second to admire the geology. Look at these crossbeds. These form when rivers deposit sediment on the downstream side of ripples in the riverbed, forming inclined layers. We can see the ancient river flowed in this direction. Wow, look at these petroglyphs. beautiful sunset. Okay, sun's just going down. I'm a little bit behind schedule, so let's get out here and find a place to set up for the night. Wow, this does look like it's going to be epic though. Look at that landscape. Okay, we have the tent set up in this dry riverbed here. Yeah, that's the end of the day. Another day. Today we're going to try to hike to the top of Pilot Rock, which is apparently the highest point in the national park here. So we're going to pack up the tent and get on the road. Okay, so I'll just drop my bag here. I got food, water, and layers in that other bag, and that way I don't have to carry all my stuff all the way to the top of Pilot Rock and back. I think that might be Pilot Rock there. This is pretty epic. Wow, more nice gypsum. There it is, Pilot Rock. Wow, this is pretty unique. I wonder if there was like clay that infilled a fracture or something. It seems to have igneous textures, but it's one clay within another clay. Maybe fluid alteration? Very strange. Something died here a while ago. Okay, we're getting ready to go up the mountain. Huh, these look like pillow basalts. That means they were underwater when they formed. We made it! I'm on top of Pilot Rock. What an insane view. How am I supposed to get down there? Okay, went down there nice and slowly. The rest should be easy. Now that is what I call a large chunk of gypsum. There we go, reunited with my backpack. Right where I left it. Okay, last little bit. We're almost there. And the bike's still here. Look at that. Well, yeah, no kidding. Well, we just got a flat tire from a little piece of steel, and the sun's almost going down, so I think I found this little place on the side of the highway that's kind of hidden, so I'll just camp here for the night, fix the bike, and then we'll be off in the morning. Okay, morning time, and the wind actually seems to have completely died down, so it should be much nicer biking today. Finally off the main highway. found this Pizza Hut with all-you-could-eat food for $10, so I ate a few plates of pizza, then headed down to Show Low. For the last night, I camped out by a beautiful lake and then headed off the next morning. Back in Show Low. Well, that was a pretty darn fun trip. I guess it's time to head back up north and back to work. Remember to keep adventuring above, below, and beyond. Goodbye, bike.